Hello, I'm Alara144, and as you may recognize from this screen, I will be playing a version of XCOM Enemy Within. It's a heavily modded version known as Long War. So, as you may know, alien weaponry is one of the very first things you research, so this is a very early state in the game that I've just been using to test out different things. And so this is my recruitment video, so if you'd like to have a soldier in my Let's Play, just leave a comment here. I want to go through a couple of the changes and how that may affect your decisions. So there are two options for how you can decide your character. You can either choose your class and then just have a variety of other options from there, or you can try and have a specific race, nationality, and gender, and then you may just get several classes. Regardless, I will almost assuredly have clones in this Let's Play unless I get a lot of people signing up, and because I'll need probably 30 plus soldiers active at any point, and I'll try and explain why exactly I need so many. Valen apparently just doesn't know how to work the cloning machine all that well, so we'll have to forgive her and more or less ignore her as much as possible. So I'm going to go through the soldiers, the classes. So there are 8 classes. So the first level up is no longer you get a class and a specific skill. You now actually have a choice. So you can either, so this is the support tree, so you still have the medic here. So you get field medic level 1, and you get 3 medkits, which is pretty nice. You can also go with grenadier, and those get 2 destructive grenades. So you can also equip smoke and flashbang grenades. Those don't get 2 per slot, but your heavy, high explosive, and your armor piercing, you can get 2 of. You can also choose a random subclass. I will not be doing this, I very rarely use this unless I just go on and get 5 supports in a row. So I have all the medics and all the engineers I need, and then I might choose to use the random subclass. Otherwise, I try and just stick with the tree they give me. I will also be using the mod that randomizes the level up, so this is about the only thing you're guaranteed to get, but it is nice because you still get 3 choices from then on. Okay, so that's 2 of the classes, medic and engineer. Assaults. So assault now can either be the assault class, which still gets running gun, or it can go for the infantry class, which gets light 'em up. I'm particularly fond of this one as well. So your first shot no longer ends your turn, which is a great skill to have. So quite like those. Both of those classes are really good. They've chosen really good perks for all of the classes starting out, I think. So the heavy got split, so the gunner gets the heavy weapons. They're the only class, I believe, that can use the heavy weapons. So if you want to use the really big guns, you want to be a gunner. The Rocketeers now still get their rockets, but they have the normal machine guns, the assault rifles, and not the large machine guns. Rockets also drift, so instead of having a 90% chance, rockets can now shift. That can be really good. That can be disastrous if it decides to drift to the left and you run right into a wall. Well, then that might be terrible. So those are, and the last set of classes is the scout and sniper. So abilities. So scouts get lightning reflexes, and they've actually buffed this. So before, it was 100% chance that the first Overwatch shot would miss. I believe I'm remembering this right. And then I don't know if it had anything on the rest. Now it's 90% for the first shot, so they can still hit, but 70% for additional shots, which is really nice if you have several aliens on Overwatch. And they do actually, it's no longer sets of 3 anymore. I've seen sets of 4. I think I've even saw a set of 5 once. So they've increased the number of aliens. Squad sight is the first thing you get for a sniper, so the quintessential sniper skill you get straight as at the first level. So those are the classes. If you want to choose a class, if you just want to choose nationality, then I will try and look up all of the flags so I know what they are, because I'm not that familiar with flags. You can also choose to change the color. So all the classes have a specific color that they just automatically give them, but you can still change them. Let's see here. So if you like to be in bright pink, then you can. By all means, if you want a random one, then I will figure out a way to do that. So you can go ahead and design your soldier as well. I think that's it for the classes. So one thing I want to point out here, fatigued. So that's another new thing that they put in. So now when a soldier goes on a mission, they get fatigued. That doesn't mean they can't go on a mission again. It just means that if you send a fatigued soldier out on a mission, then they will automatically come back injured, even if they take no damage. I'm not sure how many days they get injured because I haven't really tested too much with that. But that does mean that I will be switching out soldiers quite a bit more than in some other Let's Plays where you just get some really awesome soldiers that continue on. I'm going to have to cycle through soldiers quite often. Also, you immediately get both these slots open. You don't have to get that upgrade anymore, and you have infinite uses of medkits and some other things that you used to have to buy in particular. So upgrades to some of these, like the scope here, you do have to buy those individually. But so a lot more people will see action, and that's why people will likely have clones. And I will try my best not to put 2 clones in any particular mission, but if we have a lot of people injured and a lot of people fatigued, then that might happen. I will also not be reloading, except in cases of emergencies. And what I mean by emergency is, one of my other plays, I had the base assault mission when I had just produced 5 laser rifles and have people equipped with them. So in cases like that, I will reload so that we have a fighting chance and at least can have our weaponry on. Since we use so many soldiers, people may or may not be well equipped at all times. Probably won't be. Also, another thing. Oops, sorry. I thought I switched this. There we go. You start off with 6 soldiers, and you can get up to 8. So a lot of people will be seeing playtime. So if you'd like to have multiple classes, then just choose a nationality and gender. If you would just really want to have the heavy guns, then just say, I would like all my characters to be gunners. And you, like I said, Valen's not all that great on the on the cloning machine, so everyone comes out just a little bit different every time they go in. But hopefully you will join me as we play through Long War and enjoy all the changes that it brings to the game. I hope you'll join me.